Cristiano Ronaldo's childish behavior in response to sitting on the bench. Cristiano Ronaldo, after realizing that he will be on the bench in the Manchester United and Manchester City derby, used the excuse of injury and went to Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo complained of a pelvic injury and was sent to Portugal after being ruled out of the derby with Manchester United. The superstar was surprised that Ralf Rangnick told him he would not play against Manchester City. Rangnick said he wanted to have a young force in his squad and believed Ronaldo could make an impact from the bench. But the United legend insisted he could have been in the squad from the start and was angry that he was left out. He is believed to be hoping to help his injury recover as soon as possible with the warm weather in his homeland. Ronaldo's sister revealed the difference between him and Rangnick. Cristiano Ronaldo's sister Katia Aveiro implicitly confirmed the rumors that he was not injured. Ronaldo did not play in the Manchester derby against City last night and his team lost 1-4 in his absence. Ralf Rangnick said after the game that he trusted the decision of his team's medical staff and did not use Ronaldo due to injury in this game. However, many believed that the player was removed from the United list for technical reasons, and that his absence from the hotel and his trip to Portugal also fueled the rumors. Now Katia Aveiro has liked a post on Instagram in which it was announced that Ronaldo was not injured for this game and his removal from the list was a decision made by the German coach. Veterans of the Reds react to yesterday's defeat. It was a shame. Roy Keane strongly criticized the team after yesterday's defeat of Manchester United. Today we saw all the shortcomings of this team, Roy Keane was quoted as saying on Sky by sharply criticizing the Manchester United players. They did not run in the game and gave up the game. No one has returned to their homeland and this is unacceptable when you play for Manchester United. I think they accepted defeat. We hear about the new coach's problems, but sometimes your pride has to boil, he said, embarrassingly reading the derby. I was really helpless. I can forgive mistakes, but you have to play with all your might. Van Bissaka, Fred, Maguire, Rashford. I can go on. United conceded 4 goals and City were not in top form. Shame on them. Mbappe, the great absentee of the Bernabeu. Kylian Mbappe was injured in PSG training this morning and the severity of the injury will be determined tonight. 2 days before the return match between Real Madrid and PSG at the Bernabeu Stadium, Kylian Mbappe suffered an injury while training with his team. This is the worst possible event for the Parisians and they may lose their most prepared player for this crucial game. Mbappe was Real Madrid's scapegoat in the first leg and scored PSG's only winning goal in the 93rd minute. According to Le Parisien, no further details of the injury are available, but it is so large that he is scheduled to undergo a thorough medical examination tomorrow and will probably have an MRI. Forced separation of Messi was the worst possible moment. Barcelona president Joan Laporta says he and the Blaugrana board are working to bring joy back to the team's fans. Last summer, a big shock came to Barcelona and its fans, where the legend and the best player in the history of the club, Lionel Messi, did not agree to extend his contract with Blaugrana and left the team for Paris Saint-Germain for free. Lionel Messi's departure was the worst possible moment. Also, the best moment is to see how Xavi regains the essence of Barcelona football, as well as the alliance in the board, said Barcelona president Joan Laporta. The manager aims to bring back the joy and the Barcelona fans and we are on the way to achieving that. Mbappe's Instagram reaction to the player who injured him. Kylian Mbappe, the French striker and star of PSG, was injured in a collision with one of his teammates on the eve of the game against Real Madrid, which has gone viral on social media and social networks. Eyes on a scene in today's training session, Paris Saint-Germain seems to kick Kylian Mbappe's ankle in an attempt to catch the ball, and thus Mbappe suffers a painful injury, and now it remains to be seen what his condition will be for the game against Real Madrid. Will be the shape. PSG fans reacted to the incident and criticized him for making a mistake on Mbappe, which injured him in training, but now Kylian Mbappe is backing his teammate. Anelka's interesting story from her time at Real Madrid. Nicolas Anelka, the French star and former Real Madrid player, made some interesting remarks about his time in the team. After a successful stint at Arsenal, Nicolas Anelka came to the attention of Real Madrid and joined the team in 1999. However, the French star's stay at the Santiago Bernabeu did not last long and he left Los Blancos after just one season. Anelka has now made some interesting remarks in an interview about his time at Real Madrid. When you play for a club like Real Madrid, which is the biggest club in the world and the most successful in the Champions League, it is never easy. At the height of European football, being able to play with the best in the world is a thing, he said. It was special. Yes, things did not go as I wanted, but it is still a positive memory because in the end, we won the Champions League. FIFA President's trip to Saudi Arabia. The president of the World Football Federation, FIFA, left for Saudi Arabia on an extra program trip. The Saudi Al-Sharq Al-Azad newspaper reported that Gianni Infantino, the president of the World Football Federation, FIFA, left for Riyadh today on an out-of-schedule trip. According to Saudi media, the main reason for FIFA President Infantino's visit in the midst of the Russia-Ukraine war is not clear, and the FIFA president has left for the country in a surprise decision. Gianni Infantino met with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. It is heard that FIFA's sports cooperation with Saudi Arabia was discussed during the meeting. FIFA and UEFA have taken tough stances these days by involving sport in politics against Russian sport. That is why the Russians sued FIFA and UEFA in the Court of Arbitration for Sport, CA. Tarmi shoulder to shoulder. Benzema and Salah, above Mbappe. Mehdi Taremi continues to shine in European football. Mehdi Taremi, who has been one of the best in the Portuguese league in recent weeks, is now among the players whose number of double-digit goals and assists has been recorded in his name. In the prestigious European leagues, Mehdi Taremi is in the third place with 13 goals and 11 assists. Karim Benzema is in the first place with 20 goals and 10 assists. Mohamed Salah from Liverpool is third with 19 goals and 10 assists. Ambape and Brady from Paris Saint-Germain and Sassuolo were lower than Mehdi Taremi with 14 goals, 10 assists, 12 goals and 11 assists, respectively. Expulsion of a Bavarian on racist charges. A member of the Bayern logistics team has been fired for racism. Once again, the racist scandal at the Bayern Munich club was marginalized. 2 years ago, one of the coaches of the club's basic teams was fired for a similar reason, and this time a member of the Bayern logistics team lost his job. He was fired for making racist remarks against two of the club's colored players, Serge Gnabry and Eric Choupo-Moting. According to Bild, the man was walking with his daughter in the Bavarian sports town, and in dealing with the two players, he told his daughter that he should never be friends with people like them. This strange statement was reported to the club's leaders by those present, and this person will be fired very soon. Italian side reveals Ronaldo's irresponsibility. In response to the news against Ronaldo, the Italian media published a report that the player at Juventus has behaved similarly to the game against Manchester City. Ronaldo returned to training with Manchester United today, but his absence from the team against Manchester City became a major topic in the media. Ronaldo left the team for Portugal after realizing that he was going to sit on the bench in the game against Manchester City and refused to stay with the team. The issue was met with a strong reaction from the English media, and now the Italian media reported that he has repeated this 5 times in different ways at Juventus. In the following report, we will discuss 5 similar events of Ronaldo at Juventus. 1. Harvesting edible mushrooms in the suburbs. In October 2019, Sarri gave Ronaldo a break before the match against Lecce, but instead of being with the squad, Cristiano decided to stay in Turin and go to the suburbs to pick some mushrooms. In that game, Juventus had a disappointing performance against Lecce and drew 1-1. Many fans were angry with him for the decision why he did not travel with the team to play against Lecce and did not want to sit on the bench. 2. Leaving the stadium in the middle of the game. 2 weeks before the match between Juventus and Lecce, Sarri replaced Ronaldo in the 55th minute of the match against Milan due to technical decisions. The game at the time was a goalless draw and Sarri decided to replace Paulo Dybala with Ronaldo. Cristiano, who did not like this decision, left Juventus Stadium and went home instead of sitting on the bench until the end of the game. 3. Travel to Portugal. In March 2020, just before the first quarantine in Italy, Ronaldo traveled to Portugal to be with his mother in Madeira. The player was at home at the time and was the first foreign player to leave the country when the media reported that Daniel Rangnik had contracted corona. He later underwent coronary testing and was diagnosed with coronary artery disease. Many people accused Ronaldo of not following corona's health protocols, and the trip to Portugal caused other foreign players following him to leave Italy in the coming weeks and become infected with corona. 4 Post-match meeting with Milan. Ronaldo met Andrea Agnelli and John Alkin in Maranello after Juventus lost 3-0 to the Rossoneri. Many Juventus players were very angry with his management and why this meeting was held after the loss against Milan. 5 Separation from Juve. Ronaldo left Juventus once last summer. He was in Turin's plans, and in Juventus' first game against Udinese, he came on and scored a goal that was disallowed by B.I. Dukak. He seemed to want to join Manchester City and Pep Guardiola, but in the final moments he joined Manchester United to have some bitter moments for his teammates at Juventus.